Hello, in this video we will discuss about the mechanism of growth hormone for lipolysis, mean the fat burning. So it is triggered during the fasting and intermittent fasting, which that improve the growth hormone for the growth of the any part of the body. So this is the person contain pituitary gland in and hypothalamus, contain adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis, posterior and anterior lobe of pituitary. And in this way, the growth hormone where release will target to the adipose tissue. Basically, will lead to activation of gene for the hormone sensitive lipase enzyme to produce triacylglycerol and monoacylglycerol and the glycerol and free fatty acid from the triacylglycerol to the to the free fatty acid in the blood circulatory system. So remember that things. So this is a person, the muscles during the exercise will trigger the higher brain cortex to signal the thalamus to the hypothalamus, which that will trigger the growth hormone, somatostatin releasing factor, will target to the anterior lobe of pituitary to produce somatostatin, the growth hormone. This growth hormone will target the different part of the body, and in this way, let's begin to understand lipolysis, myogenesis, osteogenesis, hematogenesis, and angiogenesis. Lipolysis means the breakdown of the adipose tissue into the free fatty acid, and that fatty acid will use for the muscle growth and brain development. And myogenesis is the muscle growth, the genesis, the myocyte development. Osteogenesis mean the bone growth and proliferation of cell. Hematogenesis mean the red blood cell and white blood cell production, and angiogenesis mean the blood vessel improvement and generation of blood vessel. So the growth hormone is water soluble, remember, require receptor unlike testosterone. So it stimulates the DNA for transcription to translation of specific protein. So it is not any harmful of the exogenous growth hormone like a testosterone, because testosterone will directly target to the DNA. So the excessive testosterone will damage also the DNA when exogenous introduction. So the adipose tissue here, let's begin to understand the adipocyte, the bigger picture, to understand the signaling pathway of the growth hormone and how it is work. This is the plasma membrane of the adipocyte, and inside is the lipid droplets. A lot of lipid droplets are present in the form of triacylglycerol as a storage of fat. So also here is the nucleus contain DNA, the genome, our genetic material. So this is the growth hormone. Will JAK2 is a protein will bind and signaling through growth hormone receptor will lead to activation of the MEC and ERK pathway, the phosphorylation of this protein, and the STAT5 will be target to the PAPR alpha is a nuclear receptor, and in this way here is also this basically target to the DNA will lead to produce the hormone sensitive lipase phosphorylation to activation, and also the protein kinase C and the ERK pathway will also trigger the same mechanism, and in this way the PPAR alpha gamma and the DPRE will combine together phosphorylation through ERK, and the STAT5 will trigger the FCP25 will again the positive feedback, and the hormone sensitive lipase enzyme will bind with the lipid droplets outer region, and in this way the PLTP1 will be phosphorylation through protein kinase A from the epinephrine and norepinephrine production, and the ATGL combined with the FSP27 also will co-activator will lead to activate the ATGL will lead to triacylglycerol to diacylglycerol to monoacylglycerol conversion. It means the lipolysis will increase, and in this way the free fatty acid will increase, and in this way the insulin resistance will be decreased by this mechanism, remember. So when we will eat food, so in this way here is the pancreas will contain a islet of Langerhans, contain beta cell, alpha cell, and delta cell. But the beta cell is responsible for the production of insulin due to the triggering of the hyperglycemia in blood circulatory system. Will target to the adipocyte, and the insulin receptor when bind, it will inhibit the hormone sensitive lipase enzyme mechanism, and the protein kinase C pathway inhibition will lead to hormone sensitive lipase inhibition, means the lipogenesis will occur. So the epinephrine and norepinephrine will trigger the lipolysis. In this way, hormone sensitive lipase enzyme and protein kinase A, which that will trigger the PLIP1 phosphorylation to the free fatty acid production. So this is the insulin resistance will be decreased by this mechanism, remember. This was the adipocyte. So when the free fatty acid will enter into the blood circulatory system, we are combined with the low density lipoprotein increase, and the hyperlipidemia will occur. This hyperlipidemia, the lipid will move into the liver through a low density lipoprotein receptor or scavenger receptor, and in this way the growth hormone when bind will lead to increase the insulin like growth factor during the fasting. So the cholesterol will be entered into the Leydig cell of the testes of the male, and in this way will lead to testosterone will produce by the several gene activation, and the cholesterol is the precursor of the testosterone, while the growth hormone when bind with the Leydig cell will lead to basically trigger and grow of the Leydig cell, and luteinizing hormone, basically not growth hormone, luteinizing hormone will trigger the cholesterol conversion into the testosterone. So remember that thing, and this testosterone will target to the different peripheral tissue, will lead to differentiation of the cell like the puberty level, and other process like growth of the muscle and differentiation and the hair growth of the body and beard. So that is a differentiation as a masculine in the male. So remember here the pituitary gland when damaged, it will not produce the growth hormone during the fasting state even. And in this way the growth hormone will not produce and luteinizing hormone will not produce, will lead to deficiency of testosterone, and growth hormone will lead to deficiency of growth. In this way the growth and development will be impossible, will lead to problem. So the exogenous hormone therapy can be introduced to the person, will work normally, but it is very difficult to gain the normality of the person. So thanks for watching this video about the mechanism of growth hormone for lipolysis and the benefits of growth hormone and the testosterone production by this and the luteinizing hormone. So remember, basically we have discussed about the growth hormone and the maintenance due to the cholesterol production, and the cholesterol will require the luteinizing hormone for the conversion of the cholesterol into the testosterone. Thanks for watching. Bye.